A premium deal. Uroqpacha has her eye on a jug of premium mezcal. Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't need to risk proving Erinville's point.
Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery.
Oof, the smell of mezcal is overpowering. The fumes alone are making me dizzy.
We'll want to speak with a man by the name of Gobli. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product. So if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need target information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to people here in the distillery, Zordia, perhaps Uroqpacha could do the same at the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn.
Me? I'm a chef from Tuliolo. I often come here to buy Gobli's mezcal, the finest in Tyrol, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. Take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It'd be nice to have less, potent refreshments during such conversations. Also, I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. There's not much I can say about Gobli, but I can tell you what Gobli's been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around Agave Jaws. That's the field where they're gathering ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing that they love. Gobli might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of Sunperch. Oh.
So, what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of all of those little tidbits. The deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobli is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead and I'll bring Uroqpacha. Oh my gosh, the alpaca is doing the thingy. Look at the alpaca doing the thing. Look at it. Look at it. You're doing great, girl. Just a bit longer and you can rest. You have business with me, madam? Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Now what's this about? Keep it brief if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand, that is. An excellent choice, but I must warn you though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel. We can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal? Just like that? Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first?
The Hubigu chef's distaste for strong drink, Gobli's invitation to the palace, the monsters in the agave fields. This is the one that makes the most sense for this.
I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a Hubigu chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance. And brewed from the finest leaves, of course.
Ah, you're right. Absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hubigu friend, but I did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with the added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Should we offer to cull the monsters causing them trouble?
Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it.
Let's go.
As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and the banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility?
As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit, I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal.
Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Uroqpacha. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments.
He's like, what's wrong with my fit? That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court?
We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing, an introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnock, and his works are highly regarded in Tuliolal.
Nice. Let's go, my blue.
As a supporter of Uroqpacha and keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion.
That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I would like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in Agave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hire sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. All right, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment, and Zordy and I will take care of your prowling nuisances. I love how she doesn't ask us, because we would do it anyway.
In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnock. The fields you're looking for are just north of Pelu. Be safe.
That young woman is one formidable trader.
Please be careful out there.
That should be Agave Jaws, just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing out your share of the pests. Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Blue the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. Finished already? Even hardened mercenaries would have taken longer.
Those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now if I could just have the sack of leaves.
Here you go.
Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobbly. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Bolnock's as agreed.
Then the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments.
Yes, we finally have the mezcal.
Great work, especially you, Mablu.
You're the one that inspired me to come this far, Third Promise. But let's not celebrate until we have a saddle in hand.
Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future.
Aww, thank you. But truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand, for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you.
Yay! Let's go, Mablu! Excellent trade. Top grade mate leaves. Success! You traded 5,000 pel sack of top grade mate leaves for 10,000 pel jug of premium mezcal.
Master Gobbly's praise makes me confident I could be a peddler after all. Well, a bit more confident than before at least.
I'm satisfied with our trade, and I trust you are too. Should you have need of more mezcal, you know who to come to. Even at the palace, I don't think I've had a 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until we get to the saddle baker.
Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Lucky Havli's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza.
That was way too much, what's it called, foreshadowing? Maybe we actually do drop this jug of mezcal.
Third Promise looks ready to trade the mezcal now.
This is it. The trade we've been working towards. Phew, still in one piece. Right, time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, Saddler. We brought your precious mezcal. It's like shocked. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? We had nothing, a few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. Aw, wholesome. Aw, cute. Mablu for the win. Protect Mablu. Although I'd sooner aid no climate but Zoralja, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu. Trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle, Third Promise. Great! Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste the smooth mezcal already. Aw.
We did it! The saddle is ours! And to think we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you are going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, Third Promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting.
Feat accomplished. Ooh, the taming saddle looks nice.
It looks like everyone's been pitching in with the alpacas. Let's tell them the good news.
You've been away for some time. I assume trading was productive? Tobley and Erinville have been teaching us how to care for alpacas. One gentle girl ate the feet straight from my hand. Aw, Kryl.
I made the mistake of startling one.
Oh no. Of course you did, LSA.
I made the mistake of startling one and caught a glob of spittle for my trouble. I'm beginning to understand Uroqpacha's aversion to the animals.
You've acquired the saddle then?
Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice.
I know. This is something I need to learn. Oh, here we go. You can do it. I believe in you. You got this. Look, you got this. This music, though. Go, Wook, go. Go, Wook, go.
Great sunken gods, I did it!
Yay! GG! He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit. As if he was completely accepting of Uroqpacha's touch.
That is because of the singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing.
You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute.
You're only now noticing that? Zerolja, he's back.
Having done exactly what he set out to do. And it's a golden alpaca?
The alpaca he's brought. Is it just me, or is it glowing?
I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. Wow. How did he manage to snare a prize like that?
A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how great the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Uroqpacha.
Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tural can remain at peace. Everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. Should I give him the Batman voice? To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and the hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from the prolonged conflict, the wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Tuliolel all those years ago. Considering the younger generation of this village, since birth have been basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war as not a tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much-needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. 'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, and the ruins it left behind. The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone.
This is why Gulul Jaja did not elevate the Mamulja, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons.
He would unite not only Tuliolo, but the star in its entirety.
Yeah, isn't that what the Garleans wanted to do?
What? Why?
I need not explain myself to you.
Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved keystone.
Candidates, Jolly Ranchers! Thank you for the Jolly Rancher, appreciate it. Wait, no, that's not ours, that's Zoralja's, my bad. I want a Jolly Rancher.
He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even with Kona. It's like we're not even family.
Aw. She just wants a butter.
So much of our stars begun to embrace reconciliation and rebuild, and this would-be warlord would thrust us all back into turmoil. We cannot allow it to happen. Zoralja is willing to go to war for his twisted vision of peace. But should he achieve this peace, then what? What kind of idiot thinks that the world can be united with war? Even most Garleans have since realized that their conquests were a mistake. A golden alpaca in the flesh, like the Golden City. I thought them a children's tale. I could never agree with Zoralja. I want Tuliolo to be a land of peace, now and always. I'll ponder Zoralja and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the feat of gold. I have my saddle. I've been practicing how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of Uroqpacha is northwest of here. Come on, everyone. Even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Uroqpacha off on her hunt. How deep do you think the valley is? I glanced over the edge on the way here, but the mist was too thick to even speculate. I have never set foot beyond this point. The valley is said to be home to fiends far more ferocious than spitting alpacas. Uroqpacha is a steep and treacherous place, so only those with the head ledger's blessing are permitted to go there. Zoralja may have caught his alpaca first, but that doesn't mean Uroqpacha is out of the running. She can do this. Mablu is right. The least we can do is let Uroqpacha know we're cheering for her.
Oh, we're gonna cheer? We're gonna cheer for her.
I can do this. I know I can.
We're cheering you on. Cheer.
Fighting! Fighting!
We are fighting dreamers.
頑張って王女様
She's so
ありがとう
cute!
正直言って私はまだアルパカが苦手だ。できることなら近づきたくはねえ。だけど王位を目指すやつがそれじゃダメなんだ。アルパカだって私らと同じこの国に生きる命。今度こそちゃんと正面から向き合ってくる。
Aw, the alpacas are part of... It's their home, too cute.
それじゃ行ってくるぜ。
You can do this, Wook! Go, Wook!
さて、牧場に戻るか、それとも。
ここで待ちたい私
Aw, Mablu!
そうねウクラマトさんも頑張ってるんだものせめて少しでも近くで待っていてあげましょう
Aaronville's like,
どれくらい時間がかかるかもわからない。天幕を張るから手を貸してくれ。
Oh, we're pitching a tent? Alright. Ooh.
さすが腕利きのグリーナー準備がいいわね
Of course. Aaronville for the win.
グリーナーって
Why is Mablu so cute? Look at her! She's adorable!
世界中を飛び回って依頼された品を集めてくる職業のことさ。エレンビルは動物の収集を専門としているんだったね。
君ってサカトラルのシャトナ族だよねどうして海向こうで働いてるの
The deets? We're getting actual lore on Aaronville? Let's go! Why Aaronville so hot, though?
俺だって昔はトラル大陸を出ていくことなんて考えてなかったさ。
But...
だが何年も前、師匠からあるものを探してみせろって課題を出されてな。その時、こう言われたんだ。それは狭い世界に閉じこもってるだけじゃ見つからない。 海の外にだってどんどん出ていくといい。例えばシャーレアンにはグリーナーという職がある。世界中を巡り、さまざまな文化、風習、自然に触れるんだ。そうした学びの過程で大切なものを得られた時、きっとそれは見つかるだろう。
Oh, so this is also a journey to find out what he actually seeks.
当時の俺はその言葉を鵜呑みにしてグリーナーになったってわけだ。
お師匠さんの一言で見知らぬ土地で働くなんて、その人をとっても尊敬してるんだね、エレンビルは。
Who's your mentor?
そうは言ってもグリーナーの仕事自体が楽しくなって課題の方は棚上げしてたんだけどな。
So you haven't actually been searching.
どういう巡り合わせかついに向き合う時が来たらしい。
Thanks to Wook.
まさか探せと言われたあるものって黄金鏡のこと？
Oh?
ああ、継承の儀に乗っかる形にはなるが俺もそこへたどり着きたい。
He literally just gave up. Interesting.
そうなのね。みんなそれぞれの目的があって黄金鏡を目指している。
Cry looks so cute.
これは何としても見つけ出さないとね。
Yeah, because Kryle also wants to go to the Golden City as well because of her dad. Oh my gosh,
そうだな。
him smiling though? Wait. Pull yourself together, Zor.
いくらなんでも遅すぎるよ。もしかして何かあったんじゃないかな、王女様に。トーブリに頼んで捜索隊を出してもらおう。
待て、
She'll be fine.
何か聞こえないか。
Hear what? Yay! Let's go, Wook!
待たせたな。
Look at her go! She probably stinks. She was probably spit at. Oh! Were you beat up
だ
by
いぶ
the
体力を
alpaca?
消耗しているようだね。無理もない。
Wait, what's down there? Are there
よ
fates
く
down
頑張
there?
ったわね。
ひとまず天幕で休め。牧場は逃げやしないんだからな。
ああ、わかった。みんな信じて待っててくれてありがとな。
Aw, look at her go! Remember they said you had to have permission to go out that way because it was rough, steep terrain. Oh, that's right. Okay, rough, steep terrain. Fair enough. Thanks for the reminder, Eben. So did she fall?
Alphino was quick to lend a hand with dismantling the tent. Is this to be his new obsession now that he's mastered collecting firewood?
Wait. This is never going to. It's forever Alphino's thing.
We were out here for quite some time, but I'm glad Wooklamont was able to catch her alpaca, and Erenville choosing to share his story with us was a welcome surprise. Thanks to Alphino and his healing hands, I can actually stand again. Maybe even walk. Wooklamont had no serious injuries to speak of. However, she had clearly been pushed to the very limits of her endurance. I spoke too much. If Wooklamont is up to it, we should be heading back to Tobli. I'm so relieved that their promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feet of gold.
Cactuar green? I'll take more green dye. I'll never say no to some green dye. Knowing the Pelu, this is the last one for this area, finally. Moblu is minded to rush ahead to the village.
Wooklamont still seems a bit unsteady on her feet. Hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic, though? Mate tea. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time, and the tea will be ready when you arrive.
Aw, Moblu for the win!
As Mablu so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise.
You might think catching an alpaca is a trivial thing, but we shall see. As I said, there's a reason I chose it for my feet.
Came back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea then. Uroqpacha can't be that far behind.
Oh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to, they're adorable little quirks. Aw, I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Cute.
Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there is no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done.
Yes, we did it! Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Zeralja did. He's...
I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born, but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts.
This looks like it's a fate. That looks like it might be a fate.
Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Uroqpacha himself.
Papa was chasing alpacas too?
So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Tuliyollal in a time when the mountain giants, the Uroqpacha, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Uroqpacha, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn's servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Uroqpacha in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions.
Oh, he had his own team! Look at that! That's cute.
Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Uroqpacha showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Uroqpacha ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelu from the Uroqpacha's subjugation. He then turned his apprising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans.
I like the cups.
So it was that a few words from Uroqpacha transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants.
I've never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelu spoken of in that way before. Saga is not so detailed.
Then you may not know that Uroqpacha sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca.
So, both my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage.
The feat required no more than that, Third Promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast.
Moblu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Damn, no! Uroqpacha, I cheer for Look.
Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelu fashion. I surely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result.
Facts. Never undermine what you can do because you're comparing yourself to someone else, okay? And this wig is coming off. I feel it. Look at it. It's all the way back here. No!
You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone.
Let's go! Not me pushing up my wig with the chair. Chair Bunkle really holding the stream together right now.
Woo! It glowed.
5 more to go.
You're well on your way, Third Promise.
We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them.
Facts.
I'm thankful to you as well, Uroqpacha. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say.
Let's go, Mablu.
Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. And I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades.
As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide. Yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you found your calling. You wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an exceptional peddler. I'm sure of it.
Aww. Thank you, Tobli.
What did I tell you, Mablu?
There's one last thing I can help you with, Third Promise. You need to find the Golden City, right?
And that's the end goal.
Then I suggest you talk to the Yokui. They once ruled over far more than the Uroqpacha and the Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Uroqpacha and all its people. During that era, the Pelu were commanded to search for a city of gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place.
But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yokoi have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually.
Oh, we go up there? Is that where the giants be? We going up? We going up, up, up.
Oh, Kryl, I have a question I've been meaning to ask. And since we finished the feat, where did you acquire that earring?
Oh, we got earring lore?
My earring, do you recognize it?
Yes, pieces just like it first became fashionable in Uroqpacha about 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel.
20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet the Dawn servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion.
If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself.
I would appreciate that very much, thank you.
Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu?
She's so cute.
Right then, that's 2 keystones down. I say we head back to Tuliolo and plan our next move. Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal.
But you've heard Zeralja's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Uroqpacha. Everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne.
Aw, Mablu's the best.
You might be right, Mablu. You might be right.
I expected as much from the moment I saw him, but winning the contest against Zeralja will not be easy. The Yokui once ruled the entirety of Uroqpacha. I'm curious to see what has become of them. I never dared hope we would find a lead for this earring's mystery so quickly.
Bro, I'm gonna stand behind these two. Oh my god, Evan! You can't have Rael standing there looking. Look, I'm standing between two really hot bun boys. I can't with this. You can't do this to me. My hands are sweating.
That makes 2 out of the 7 keystones. So far, so good.
It feels good to have the Fate of Gold safely under our belt, even if my victory pales beside Zoralja and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you've all been so supportive, but I want to be strong, or wise like my brothers, to be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on. Back to Zabalyav Taye with us. The contest has hardly begun. The Pelu remind me of Lalafell, never letting their size slow them down or hold them back. They move at their own pace, making their textiles and mezcal, and raise alpacas to bear them to market. Idle musings aside, we've made a good start to these challenges. Hopefully we can keep it up. Neither Conan or Bakul Jaja appeared to be in watch in Pelu. I imagine they're around somewhere, making progress even as we are. Yet, in a contest like this one, 'tis only a matter of time until the claimants are pitted against one another, in direct competition. I've heard that there are hot springs in Uroqpacha. Mayhap, time permitting.
We're going to the hot springs? Alphino wants a hot springs episode?
I've not forgotten our obligation to Uroqpacha, of course. Of course. Having immersed ourselves in the culture of others, though, my anticipation for the new experiences this adventure will bring us has only grown.
I mean, they're supposed to be here on vacation, so...
A golden alpaca. Alone, I might have tried to track the beast myself. Traveling with so large and diverse a group is unfamiliar to me. If she could see me now.
Aw, whoever your mentor is.
Look at us! The contest has barely begun, and we've already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well.
They probably are.
We can only hope.
She's so cute. I finished the Pelu quests, guys! I've done it! I've come up with a new recipe. Mate bayo.